Prime. Are you one of those parents who feel like crying each morning you have to take your child to school? Or are you just disappointed with what your child is actually learning at school? Just one more question. Are you aware that an estimated 1,500 parents in Kenya are schooling their children at home? Sharon Momanyi expounds on grade points.
While it remains an alien concept to a big number of Kenyans, homeschooling has for the last decade been gaining ground in the country, with more than 1,500 Kenyan families opting to take this route of education. Now, if you've never interrogated this concept before, you're probably wondering, why choose this way of education and how exactly does homeschooling work?
How?
Robai Muiruri is a mother of two girls, 8-year-old Hazel and 1-year-old Raziela. After a short stint in school, Robai and her husband pulled their daughter out and decided to homeschool her.
Our girl is very musically talented. She's gifted that way. And so even when she was still in school, we had gotten her a music tutor, a violin tutor. But it meant that in the afternoons, she was very tired, even though she was home after 3. She couldn't take any lessons. It meant the teacher came only on Saturdays, and Saturdays are very difficult days to work with.
I didn't actually choose, but at some point in our lives, life became a bit difficult, especially financially, to an extent that our children were being chased out of school because of school fees. So it's at that point that now we started hearing about homeschooling.
So what is a typical day like for you at home when you're about to, a day in school at home?
She woke up, made her bed, brushed her teeth, did the normal waking up routine, set the table. We have breakfast. After breakfast, at 9:30 is when we start our bookwork.
So serious are the homeschools that they have names. Robai's homeschool is called Mustard Seed, but can any parent homeschool? Is there training for them? David Musila, founding partner of Nairobi Homeschool, says many homeschooling parents engage the services of private tutors either partly or wholly.
Depending, of course, not everyone can teach, but there are some parents with passion and dedication who can teach very well. But then that was also the reason, the motivation for us to come in as professional teachers to offer homeschooling, in the sense that we know that teachers, there are parents who can not teach, majority of them, and especially for content at high school level, upper primary, and even the lower primary, the teaching methodology of parents may be wanting.
First and foremost, I hated biology, I hated geography, all those things. And so homeschool gave me this opportunity whereby I came and choose whatever I liked, and that's what I did it.
Homeschooling parents single out networking to be very important for those who choose this education path. Groups of homeschooling families come together to form what is called a co-op, which are families who meet together and work cooperatively to achieve common goals. Co-ops can be organized around academics, social time, the arts, activities, crafts, service work, or projects.
When you're home now with the children, it has its own challenges, where now you are just home, now balancing as a mother and as a teacher. So when you share these challenges with other parents, then you find you're able to understand maybe how someone did it. So you're able to learn from them. And you're able now, as we say, iron sharpens iron.
Pastor Morigi Karaoke is the founder of Calvary Chapel in Githurai, which also houses the Calvary Homeschooling Resource Center. He's also a homeschooling parent.
We offer resources in terms of textbook, curricula, and even digital material. And on top of that, we also offer interaction services through our co-op.
Different parents choose different curricula for their homeschools depending on their needs. At the end of each learning stage, the pupils register for exams as private candidates.
Many Kenyans are not aware that the Kenya National Examinations Council, for example, allows students to register as private candidates. And so if anyone is going to register for final exams, whether it's KCPE or KCSE, they can register with the Kenya National Examinations Council as private candidates. And there's a center for every sub-county across the country.
Now, if the government would recognize and probably come in and see the homeschoolers as doing what the government desires to do, and that is educate the children and offer them a sound education and a sound foundation, that will be so good. The other way that the government can come in is in assistance in resources.
Homeschooling has been lauded for the individualized attention given to students, which promotes the nurturing of their unique strengths. Sharon Momanyi, KTN News.